Start streaming. Let's go. Day one journey, episode 823. Chi-ching. Yes. And today I want to share you something personal. Freedom. Freedom. In my priorities, in my moving towards values, freedom is number 4. It's important to me. For me, freedom means doing whatever I want, whenever I want, wherever I am, anywhere. I want to be able to do what I want, when I want, to be with the people that I want, and do it wherever I am. Freedom of movement. This is why 7 years ago, one of the reasons why I quit my job was I wasn't, well, there were several reasons why I quit my job as an engineer. This is a long story. But one of the reasons was I just didn't want to be in a place that I need to go there physically 5 times a week from 8 to 5, whatever. And just, I need to be there. I know, just and thinking about it, I'm going to do that like for this amount of years. No, I want my freedom of movement. I want to be able to do my work, to give value to people, and doing my business, or call it whatever you want to call it. I want to do it from anywhere. And I have the internet right now. I can actually do it. So this is for me the big excitement about freedom of movement. But today I want to share you something else about it. Something that, let's say I got excited about today. But next week I don't have this excitement, but I do want to commit something, to commit to myself doing something about it. And this is the thing. Freedom of movement, first, as I shared with you, is doing whatever I want to do wherever I am. Amazing. I'm actually doing it. I'm pushing for that. I'm creating a YouTube channel. I create my own brand. I actually do it, and I do it online. And it's a long process, etc., etc., etc. But I can't ignore my home. No matter where I go, there I am. My body is always with me. It's my home. Like, I can change my apartment, I can change the country that I live in, but this arm will go with me. Yeah, I never forgot my arm in Israel when I took my flight to Thailand. Yeah, it's part of me. It's part of me. This is my home. Also my mind, but now I'm focusing on my body. And what is it? Freedom of movement. Mobility, being flexible. And it's not the same thing, mobility being flexible. And yes, I'm not going to dive into that. You have hundreds of videos on YouTube talking about that. I'm not really an expert about that, but I want to have freedom of movement with my own body. And I'm sharing this with you right now because I'm not actually working on that. I never really worked consistently on mobility and stretching and flexibility. I guess because it's just hard, and it was never my habit. I did went to the gym. I did go to the gym and did resistance training, getting bigger, a little bit bodybuilding, work on my arms, my chest, my back, going for something visual. Yeah, I want to look a certain way. By the way, there's nothing wrong with that, in my opinion. We can go to the gym and to look a certain way. It's not something that I want to do less of, but I do want to take care of my body in the sense of having freedom. I'm sharing that with you because I want to hear my own words. I want to say these things to myself. And once I'm putting myself here, doing the live, it forces me to actually have this conversation with myself. So I want to say to myself, it's important to me to work on mobility. And I don't really have any excuses because I can work on the mobility even 1 hour, but I have my phone. I can do work for my phone. I can edit videos. I can post stuff on YouTube, on Instagram. I can communicate with my audience with Marcus Body Coding. This is what I'm focusing on right now. I can do it. Nobody's stopping me. I have this freedom. Yeah, double freedom. I can walk on my freedom. Freedom of movement with my body, work on mobility, flexibility. I can actually do that while I'm practicing my freedom, doing whatever I want to do, using my phone, which is just a very small, super powerful computer, and I can do it anywhere I want. I also want to remind myself that, well, right now I'm in Thailand. It's warm. I'm always warm. Like my body is warm. I don't need actually to go for a run like 5 minutes or jump. Like I can do flexibility when I wake up and I'm warm. I wake up with sweat on, sweating. Yes, so this is a good thing that I want to remind myself of. I don't really have excuses not to do that. I want to commit to myself to actually doing something about that every day. It produces endorphins, or I'm not sure how you, dopamine maybe, I don't know, but it actually gives you a good feeling immediately afterwards. And I did experience that when I was doing some stretching and mobility. So the reward is there. Maybe that's it, I don't know. Today I was just sharing my raw thoughts with you about getting myself to do mobility exercises. And you know what, more than that, recently I'm practicing for a show, for a salsa show, and we do some acrobatics. And I started feeling my hands and my tendons and and I was asking a friend, which is a chiropractor or a physiotherapist, about stretching my forearms because I felt this with the elbow, tennis elbow, with the golf elbow, with whatever elbow, yeah? And I just realized that, yes, I didn't injure myself. Yes, I can do all the lifts and acrobatic stuff with this show, but I don't want to regret not work on mobility now. There's a saying that I like: in a year, or 10 years, 5 years, or whatever, but let's say in a year, you'll regret not starting today. I don't want to be there. Yes. I don't want to wait until I'm really, really, really injured when I'm doing these lifts and acrobatic things. And I want to do them. I want to do them. I want to dance. I want to dance in 20 years and 30 years and 40 years. And for that, I not only need strength, I need mobility. Being able to be comfortable in different positions for the shoulders, for all the lifts. And it's not just flexibility, it's mobility. It's being able to be there, but also produce strength. I want to be there. I want to work on these things. And this is, for me, freedom. Freedom of movement. Freedom of, okay, I'm now 60 years old. I can do acrobatics. I want to be there. The time will pass anyway. So if I start today, I will get where I want to be. If I don't start, nothing will happen. I don't want to give up on this just because of the time it will take for me to actually reach the range of motion that I want. But if I don't do anything, not only nothing will happen, I also go backwards. Because yes, I am getting older. So yes, it was mostly me today sharing my raw thoughts about pushing myself to start a mobility routine every day. So I'll start something. Instead of talking too much, I'll just start. Have a good day, day one. See you tomorrow.